Hey Internet, my name is Abby and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program on Wings. We are back with our ELO 1 mission because, well, I said I like to have enough time to finish off my EVE expedition before I have to do another correction burn. But apparently the ELO 1 mission is closing into its correction burn to lower the periapsis around ELO, and in this case we have to at first do the correction burn with this mission before we can perform our landing on Gilly. But at first I need to make sure that I'm controlling from the right control surface so that I'm doing the burn in the right direction. Okay, this is good. And here, let me just turn toward the maneuver node. Very nice. And look how small the sun has become. This is really cool. Especially when you're used to the huge sun as I was from the Moho visit, and even with EVE there is the sun also a little bit bigger than around Kerbal, and now you see this tiny little dot, and this is our sun. So this is completely crazy, or well, it's not completely crazy, but this is really cool to monitor and to observe that the sun is getting so much smaller when you're flying out to ELO. And now it's time to do the burn. So let me now throttle up to lower our periapsis and cut the engine. Very good, very good. And we have now, we have lowered our ELO periapsis. I think before it was around 4,000 kilometers. Now it's down to 230 kilometers. This is very nice. This is really cool. And now we have hopefully enough time to finally land on EVE. So let me focus view on Gilly so that we then can Gilly expedition switch to, that we now can use our Gilly expedition. And okay, there we are, we are back. There's EVE and there is Gilly, and the next thing I like to do is to circularize my orbit. In this case, let me, no, not at the apoapsis, but at the periapsis. Let me add a new maneuver node and do a very gently burn, I assume, to circularize my orbit. And 10 kilometers 238 meters to 10 kilometers 672 meters. Here, this is good enough. Coming up in 1 hour 26 minutes. And I think right away after we've done the burn, we can even start thinking about our landing on the surface of Gilly. Because, well, look at the orbital velocity. Landing on Gilly should be quite easy, and I like to land on the sunlight. And when I'm looking at this, we will do the burn directly over the terminator. So afterwards we will be in the sunlight, and then we can land maybe on this plateau down here or so. So I think this could be quite interesting. In this case, let me do the time warp to get closer to our maneuver node. Currently we can only do a time warp about 100 times and we can't accelerate even further. So we have to wait a little bit until we are descending down to our periapsis, but in this case we can even enjoy again the sunset. This is pretty cool. And it's gone. This is cool. This was nice. This was really nice. And now we are orbiting around Gilly to approach our... Oh no, now we are only allowed to do 50 times time warp. This is bad. This is really bad, especially when you look at the slow velocity and the time you need to do one orbit around Gilly. So I think they could lower a little bit the thresholds for each time warp step, because this would be really amazing for Gilly, especially when you're now thinking about the land on this, or landing on this planet, because at, I don't know, I think 8 kilometers you can't do any further time warp, and in this case you're pretty much stuck. You can maybe do some physical time acceleration to speed things up, but then you have just to wait to arrive down there. Okay. Enough of this. We are now getting closer to the maneuver node, and we are 10 kilometers. Can we do something like near Gilly? Crew report. High space over Gilly. Still high space over Gilly. Okay. So, and additional few seconds to go. Okay, right here, let's do the burn. Let's do the short burn. And stop. Very nice. What have we done? 10 kilometers 100 meters to 10 kilometers 500 meters. Very nice, very nice. Okay, in this case, we can now prepare our landing. Let me decouple node and switch over to our Gilly lander. I hope with my small SAS, not SAS, RCS thrusters, I'm not inserting myself into an escape trajectory or anything like this. So let's do it very gently to just float a little bit past the... Let's do maybe 2 additional burns to float a little bit past the interplanetary stage so that we are not crashing into it when we are doing our deorbit burn. And now we can extend our solar panels so that we are not running out of energy. And then, yeah, I think because we are just above the terminator, we need to speed up a little bit so that we are orbiting around Gilly, around this rock, to get towards the plateau I like to land on, maybe down here or so. This could be interesting. And where is my interplanetary stage? Down there. Okay, I think this is now good enough. So in this case, let me enable the engine and let me enable the fuel tank. Very nice, very nice. Okay, let's aim retrograde. And okay, I like to land somewhere down here, so let's do the burn. We just need a very gently burn to land down there. Okay, maybe there. This could be good. This could be a nice landing spot. Okay, in this case we are now descending. We can now speed up as we are descending towards the surface of Gilly. And I think it will be quite exciting to land down there, and hopefully I'm not starting to lift off right away. I'm using the very small engine, but still I think the thing can be for Gilly too powerful. We will see. Okay, we are below 8 kilometers. Crew report. While on high space over Gilly. Okay. So it's interesting to see when we are in near space of Gilly. So what can we do? I think because, well, this is now taking some time to descend. Am I not allowed to do physical time acceleration? Oh crap. Oh crap. Okay. I think I will watch the spacecraft to descending towards the surface of Gilly, and I will do a short time lapse, and I will bring you back in maybe around 5 kilometers of altitude to check again if we are then able to do the experiments for near space Gilly. Okay, in this case, enjoy your descent. Okay, let's do a short break. We are only 2 kilometers above the surface according our radar altimeter. In this case, let me try. Are we now in near space? Crew report. While in space near Gilly, it looks like a particularly lumpy rock. You bet you could jetpack down there. Okay, the same information. Let's transmit it. And then we can do a bunch of additional signs. We can do a mystery view observation. And the Gilly feels right at home here. Okay, let's keep it. And then we can do log temperature. Collected and recorded temperature data from the environment. Okay, keep it. We can do a gravity scan. The sensor picks up the fluctuations in the gravity of this lumpy body. Okay, keep it. What is my altitude saying? We are below, or we are approaching 1000 kilometers of altitude in this case. I think this will still take some time, so we can do a short EVA, so that we can do an EVA report while in space near Gilly. You've recorded your observations about the situation. Well done, keep it. And port again. Okay, And we have even sped up to 17.3 meters per second. So, wow, this is a high-speed approach. This is really a high-speed approach as we are descending down to to Gilly. What is the radar altimeter saying? Still 900 meters. And we are descending. We are still descending. Yeah, this must be a little bit like the planned ESA mission, or the Rosetta mission. They are flying up to an comet, and they have even a small lander, and they want to land with this lander on the comet. And I think the descent could be about the same as I do right now, because well, there's also a very small gravity. Okay, I think what is our altitude? Oh, we are now getting closer, so let me now decrease a little bit the velocity, then I should kill all the horizontal movement. So let me bring the thing on top of the nav ball while we are still in orbit mode. Maybe this could be problematic. Let me switch over to surface mode. Yeah. Okay. Let's move it again on top of the nav ball. Very good, very good. Okay. So, this is good. This is really amazing. And now we are descending straight down. And I think I should make sure that I'm descending very slowly and that I'm landing very precisely with very slow velocity. Otherwise, I might just jump off right away, and this would be not so good. Okay, let's see. Surface speed 4 meters per second, looking good. If I do a little bit acceleration, then I'm decreasing my velocity even more. 1 meters per second, okay. We are now performing, hopefully, a landing from the inside view. Let's do another burn shortly. 1 meter per second, okay. According to my radar altimeter, we are about to land. And with 2 meters per second, we should land there. Okay, we landed. We are shifting while we are moving sideways. Stop the movement. Okay, we are sliding around, and maybe I should just disable SAS. Maybe this will stabilize my spacecraft. Okay, we made it. We are finally on the surface of Gilly. Well done. This was cool. This was really cool. Okay. And even here on the surface of Gilly, when you're looking at the surroundings, and it was pretty special to do the landing from the interior view. This was cool. But still, oh no, we are still shifting around. Although I have disabled SAS, maybe I should have added some kind of this advanced grabbing unit to grab Gilly. Maybe this would be helpful. But here, we landed, and when we are looking now at the surroundings, it's like being on any other celestial body. The surface is still so huge that you might be even on a... There's my Gilly expedition. It's floating there around. We need to wait for it to come back later on to have our ascent. Okay, but yeah, it still looks like we are on any other planet. So it's not so much of an importance that we are only on the small planet. And now let's extend the ladder and observe mystery goo. From Gilly surface, you observe the goo. 90 signs, not bad, keep it. And oh, we need to collect the signs. Oh, we can do at first. Observe material bay. The samples appear to behave like they are in lower orbit of Kerbal. Okay, 225 signs. Wow, cool. Let's keep it. Yeah, we can only now... Well, I will wait with this. Let's do at first the crew report. Yeah, crew report. Crew report. From Gilly surface, 45 signs. Okay, let's transmit it. Then I want to review the stored data. We have the EVA report while in space near Gilly. Let's transmit this as well. While in high space over Gilly, let's keep this data. And now, before we perform our real first steps on the surface of Gilly, I want to... Oh, I can't reach this. Can I reach this? No. How far do I need to climb up to... Okay, collect. We are just jumped off the ladder and look at the small gravity. I even haven't jumped or done anything. I just left the ladder and I'm floating. I'm basically floating. This is crazy. Am I flying at Gilly? In space near Gilly. Okay, this is interesting. Reset the experiment. We have already done this. We have... Haven't we even transmitted this? Okay, let's try this again. Let's float around. I hope I'm not flipping my lander over while I'm doing this. This is cool. Collect data. Remove data. Very good. Don't float into your lander. Don't damage it or don't flip it over. And the materials bay. Collect data. Remove data. Very good. Okay, let's... Wow, this is really almost like doing an EVA in orbit or so, because, well, you are floating here around like if you were on an orbit. So this is crazy. Let's float towards it. Oh, no, don't run into the solar panel. That was close. And collect data. Remove data. Very good, very good. Okay, let's float over here. So, we are floating around without having touched the ground. This is crazy. And my lander still dancing around. Okay, now, stop the movement. What? Take data? No. Take data from the temperature scan and take data from the GravMax. Okay, board. So, reviewed stored data, gravity scan. When space near Gilly, when space high over Gilly, near Gilly, material study from Gilly surface. From Gilly surface. What is this? Temperature scan from near Gilly. Very nice, very nice. Okay, wow, why is this thing still dancing? Okay, log the temperature. 72 signs, not bad. What is the temperature? Toggle display. Minus 59.83 degrees Celsius, I assume. Gravity data. The team back at KC will enjoy these detailed readings. Okay, I'm really worried about the dancing lander. Let's keep the data. And what is the 0.03 meters per second squared? Okay, this is pretty low. And seismic scan. This area appears to be seismically dead. Okay, let's keep it. And display about 0.001 G. Okay, so it's about 0 gravity here. This is crazy. This is really crazy. Okay, let's do our next EVA. And here, because of the very low gravity, you are even able to, well, before I do this, I will just do my very first EVA on, not EVA, but my first steps on the surface of Gilly, and we have done this. We are now on the surface of, whoa, of Gilly, and here, we are floating around. I hope we haven't inserted ourselves now into an orbit. Okay, and yeah, this is basically that you even can use your EVA pack and to insert an orbit, do an orbit in your jetpack, and finally return back to your lander without any issue, and this is completely crazy. Okay, I like... No. Maybe, wait, we can float maybe up here, where we want to plant the flag. Okay, this is really like slow motion movement, but if I would move too fast, I think I will just have some issues, and well done. Okay, wait, I think I like to get up here. Let's grab your jetpack and let's start to descend. Exactly here. Yeah, this is good. And here, we are enjoying this apparently. This is cool. This is really cool. Oh no, my lander's still dancing around. Okay, at first, EVA report. Report from Gilly surface. You can barely move without flying away from the surface. You wish you brought an anchor. Yeah, I wish this too, that I brought my advanced grabbing unit. Let's keep the data and take surface sample. 270 signs. The surface gives away easily and you have a hard time keeping the sample in the container due to the low gravity. Okay. But 270 science, not bad. Let's keep it. Okay, very good. Now we have to do our flag ceremony. Let's plant the flag down here. Well done, well done. First landing on Gilly. Okay, very good, very good. And read flag. Very nice. Okay, so I like to, for a good picture, turn around. I hope I can do this without floating away. Yeah, this is a cool picture. This is a great picture. This is very nice. Okay, so we made it. We made it. And my lander's dancing around. I'm a little bit worried about this. Okay, but yeah, we made it. We made it. We are on the surface. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so our next goal is to return back to... This was just one step. Let me just grab my jetpack. I think it's easier to move around with a jetpack. And okay, let's float back here and grab. Okay, it's much easier to move around at the ladder. And take data. Take data. And take data. Okay, very good. Now let's board. And we have gravity scan from Gilly surface, temperature scan, seismic scan, a lot of information, and review stored data. EVA report from Gilly surface. Okay, I want to transmit this back home. And then I want to keep all the other data, because all the other data will suffer from the transmission loss, and I do not want to do this. Okay, and we transmitted this. And yeah, we planted our flag. Everything is okay. Where is my Gilly expedition? Is over there. What? We still have an indicated trajectory. This is strange. This is really strange. Okay. Yeah, what is now the next thing? Well, I don't think that really going on an EVA and to climb up on these rocks would give us so much additional information. So I think we should more think about returning back to space, returning back to the Gilly expedition. And yeah, in this case, how should I do this? I think we will remain here on the surface and we will wait for the Gilly expedition to orbit around so that we can rendezvous. Or would it be possible to fly over there? Can we still see the thing? What is over here? Gilly expedition. 16 kilometers away. No, I think I will wait that the thing is approaching us again. In this case, let us speed up. Look how Gilly is rotating. Oh no, will we have to do our liftoff in the darkness? No, 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 please not. Well, Gilly is rotating quite fast. Okay, now let's set this as a target. Set as a target. Okay, the sun has set. Okay, and there is my lander. It's directly over us. And let me enable SAS. Let me retract the ladder, because now we are leaving Gilly again. And okay, how do I perform at best the rendezvous? At first, I need to throttle up. Let's retract the gear. And okay, what happens if I'm now doing the gravity turn? No, I need to float in this direction over there. I need to aim for the 90 degree. I'm now doing the gravity turn. Do I need to... This is pretty easy to prepare the rendezvous, I have to admit. Think I need just to fly now straight ahead to increase a little bit. Okay, and 400 meters. 400 meters away. This is good enough. Okay. So my landing was down there. First landing on Gilly. We are now leaving this. And yeah, unfortunately we need to do this in the darkness, well, just after sunset, because well, otherwise we wouldn't be able, or we would need more effort to rendezvous again with our interplanetary stage. And how much fuel have we used? We barely used 10 units of liquid fuel. This is crazy. Okay, I assume I'm still not able to do the time warp, so in this case, you can follow the ascent via the time lapse, and I will bring you back when we can do some time warp also. So here, enjoy the ascent. Okay, finally we are above 8 kilometers, and we are already 6.8 kilometers away from our landing site, and we are 2.8 kilometers away from our interplanetary stage. But now we can finally speed things up, and this is pretty cool, so that we are able, let me just switch over to the target, that we can approach a little bit faster to our target. And yeah, this is really simple to do the rendezvous this time. I think doing the docking can be even more complicated, or not the docking, but doing the final rendezvous, because, well, we have only very slow velocities, and yeah, it could be so easy to just exit the sphere of influence of Gilly again by doing some burns. Well, as we... oh no, this was just the turn around of the camera, due to the fact that I'm finally in an orbit around Gilly again. Okay, and we are only 500 meters, no, 600 meters away. I can now speed things up to get closer to my interplanetary stage. And few hundred meters. Okay, here we are. Let's slow down. Let's kill all of our relative velocity. Now it's the usual deal of switching over to the docking mode, turning the spacecraft around so that we can float towards our docking port where we want to dock to again. Back there to our space tug, our RCS space tug, and because our spacecraft is so light, it's pretty easy to maneuver around with the RCS, so you can see we can accelerate quite fast. And yeah, down there we can see, or we have a beautiful view back to Eve, where we landed and where we brought back a surface sample. And now we are even about 12 kilometers away from our landing site. Unfortunately, I need to do the docking again in the darkness as we are returned. Now let me set this thing, the docking port, as my target, and let's aim for it. Okay, over here, very good. Now let's start floating towards it. Only a few meters to go. Very nice, very nice. And Let's slow us down a bit so that we are not crashing into the interplanetary stage, and we dock to it. And well done, we return back to our interplanetary stage. Now I want to retract the solar panels so that they are not getting damaged by the exhaust of the engines. So let me retract them. And yes, with this we have completed... Oh no, this was the wrong button. I wanted to use this button. Now I can even shut down this engine. I can close the fuel tank, and we even haven't used wow, we even haven't used 10 units of liquid fuel for the whole flight. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, yeah, with this we have completed the Eve expedition. Yeah, we have completed the Eve system. We landed on Eve, we landed on Gilly, we brought back some surface samples. The only last thing we need to do now is to return back to Kerbal, but in order to do so we need the appropriate return window, and until then we will orbit now around Gilly and remain here in a stable orbit around Gilly, and as soon as the return window has arrived we will leave Gilly again and we will insert ourselves on a return trajectory back to Kerbal. And yeah, from this point on it's now time to... I think next up will be the Elu expedition, so I'm also looking forward to land on Elu, the most distant planet of the Kerbal system. So in this case, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode when we continue with our Kerbal Space Program on Wings series. Until then, my name is Sebi. See you!